video, we all have a third kidney, says science. Here's how to use it. Gathering here, today I want to start with a question for you guys. Are you ready? Which one of the following organs shares the most similar functions with the kidneys? Skin, lungs, heart, or brain? If you know the answer, write it down in comment section. So, which one of these organs does a job similar to that of the kidneys? Skin, lungs, heart, or brain? Have you guessed which one is it? Well, only one of these organs can help you get rid of fluids, but also urea, sodium, potassium, and more. We will see the answer to this question in a moment. But this is not just a theoretical question. Scientists have actually found a way to help our kidneys improve thanks to one of the organs mentioned. It's going to be a simple tip you can use to improve actually. And yeah, that's what today's video is all about. We are going to see 5 simple and easy tricks that are extremely effective in protecting our precious kidneys. Before that, have you guessed which one of these organs is the answer to the question? Ready to see the answer? Well, it's the skin. So let me know if you got that right. And guys, while you are at it, also consider giving this video a like and sharing it with a friend. Back to our third kidney now. But how does it work? Well, you see, sweat that we release through our skin is not just pure water. I mean, it wouldn't have a smell if it was just water, alright? Sweat is full of the same scores and excess minerals the kidneys are also tasked to remove. That's why it smells. In fact, in our sweat, we can find urea, sodium, potassium, and other toxins. And that's great. And even removing fluids, which we can do when we sweat more, can help, especially if you suffer from swelling. And guess what? We can actually exploit this function of the body to decrease the stress on our kidneys. But how, you may ask? Well, this is what Dr. Raymond W. Keller, Jr., CEO of the Third Kidney Incorporation, is studying today. And he has developed a protocol already. So, question, how can we use our skin to get rid of toxins and protect the kidneys? So, their patented method is a sauna-based procedure, alright? Why sauna, you may ask? Because it's the easier way to make someone sweat in a predictable amount. And well, the results they are having with their method are amazing. In their tests, researchers from Third Kidney Incorporation found out that dialysis patients were able to greatly lower their serum potassium levels, and this can be useful in some cases. Even more interesting, they greatly reduced their BUN or blood urea nitrogen. BUN went from 110 milligrams per dl to 80 mg per dl, and this also decreased muscle cramping, as we can see. This is very important because it means that saunas can actually remove nitrogen, one of the most important renal toxins, directly through the skin. Amazing! But why is decreasing BUN so important? Because when we limit protein intake, one of the main reasons is reducing urea production, alright? And we have seen here on the channel that there are patients that are avoiding dialysis just by reducing protein intake. So can you imagine how helpful for the kidneys it will be to have another organ getting rid of this dangerous toxin? Okay, and now you may ask, But what is the super amazing protocol they are using to lower BAN in CKD patients? Well, the method here is still a secret. You see, this is a corporation we are talking about, and since they think they have found something that works, they are not giving out their secret for free. The results they are having with their method are impressive. So great that they are planning to make their finding available for a price. But don't worry, I also have my secrets. I have a source, an industrial spy. So I'll show you in the next part of the video all you need to know in order to turn your skin into your third kidney. And today I have 5 more super easy tips to share with you, because now you may ask, how can I benefit from these findings if I don't have access to a sauna? This brings us to our tip number 2. In fact, there are other ways you can use to sweat more and protect your kidneys. Now, when it comes to sweating, I cannot forget to mention exercising, because when you exercise, you are doing way more than just sweating for your kidneys. Science tells us that what exercise does for your kidney is directly improving your kidney function. Yes, it's incredible. As we can see here, your GFR will actually increase if you start exercising. And by the way, this meta-analysis was conducted on 13 randomized controlled trials for 121 patients, and well, it's supported by tons of medical literature. So if your goal is to reduce your blood pressure, your body weight, or to improve your kidney function, start exercising regularly. Remember that it doesn't have to be hard, just regular. So join a class, fish back your gym membership from that drawer. If you don't have time to exercise or follow a workout routine daily, make sure you take a morning walk at least, and also take a walk after eating your meals. Remember that also taking the stairs instead of the elevator helps a lot. Just find ways to move. Get creative. And again, guys, if you are going to exercise more or do anything else that makes you sweat more, always drink lots of water. You don't want to be dehydrated if your goal is to protect the kidneys. Also, keeping an eye on your potassium levels is not a bad idea. Sweating will decrease your levels and you may need to have more potassium in your diet. And guys, since we are talking about rehydration, time for our tip number 3. This is going to be a super easy way to help your 2 kidneys work better. Let's take a look at one of the few herbal supplements on earth that works when it comes to helping people with CKD up to stage 5 pre-dialysis actually improve their GFR. Even in stage 5, you say? And it's for real? Well, I'm glad you asked, because this herbal supplement was proven to decrease both creatinine levels and proteinuria by a meta-analysis from the Cochrane Library. Now, the Cochrane Library is the gold standard, the #1 most reputable source out there when it comes to medical science. So yeah, consider drinking astragalus tea as a part of your treatment and not just for dehydration. Because astragalus is an adaptogen and a mainstay of the natural treatment for CKD. And if you follow me here regularly, you probably already know that astragalus was used in CKD patients in stage 4 to increase their GFR by 12.4% in just 3 months, which is an incredible achievement. Now guys, I shared with you a recipe recently that makes this supplement even more powerful. It's up here and also down in the description if you missed it. But I also know that the ingredients for this particular tea are not the easiest to find. So my advice there was to also just consider using astragalus even alone if you weren't able to find the other parts of the tea. And one of you guys asked me a very interesting question about that. Hi Catherine, can you please tell me the procedures of taking astragalus to lower creatinine? Can it also remove high uric acid and gout? So how do you take astragalus for kidney health? Now, there are various forms of this adaptogen you can find. Extract in oil, powder, even desiccated root. Having the root and making tea is my preferred method, but if you don't have the time, you can also just buy the powder. There are several doses that have been tested and found out to be safe for the powder, up to 60 grams a day. But for kidney health, what seems to be the sweet spot is taking 2.5 grams of astragalus powder twice a day. Most studies tell us that astragalus is safe for at least 12 months. And that's it! Pretty easy. But I would also consult with a naturopath if you can find one that can help fine-tune this treatment better. To answer the rest of the question, is astragalus useful for uric acid and gout? There are studies that are investigating this possibility, but I wouldn't rely on astragalus too much for uric acid. The first treatment for high uric acid in CKD should always be a diet that avoids triggers foods such as meat, fish and alcohol, and added sugar especially. Other things that can help are natural anti-inflammatories such as turmeric, for example. If this is not enough for uric acid, also consider allopurinol. This is a medical treatment that works for most people. Almost time to reveal some industrial secrets. Before that, I actually have one more super easy tip for you today. This one is going to be a great way to improve kidney health both for people with diabetes and for those with hypertension. So let's talk about probably the most effective food item out there when it comes to lowering blood pressure. Garlic. Question: are you taking garlic for your kidney health? If you aren't, you probably should. I've made more than 600 videos talking about ways to improve kidney function here on YouTube, and I've spent the last 15 years of my life studying kidney disease. And well, there is one food item that's outstanding when it comes to helping the kidneys. It's garlic. Many studies confirm that taking garlic can lower your blood pressure significantly, reducing your need for medications. And garlic is also extremely effective in improving blood sugar control in people with diabetes. Garlic can also be used to control high cholesterol levels. A meta-analysis confirmed that garlic is effective in reducing total serum cholesterol by 17.6 milligrams per dl and LDL cholesterol by 9.6 mg per dl. So yeah, imagine that, being able to help 3 crucial issues for people with CKD with just one food. I mean, where do I have to sign? Now, to fully harness the benefits of garlic, simply adding raw garlic to your meals won't be enough. You need to prepare it in a special way or it's not going to work. And most importantly, you need to combine it with some foods with special properties. So let's take a look very briefly at how to make this. First of all, chop or crush your raw garlic clove. Now, garlic has a dose-dependent effect on your blood pressure, alright? The more garlic you take, the greater the effect. What I usually recommend is to start with 2 medium cloves of garlic in the morning and maybe add 2 more in the evening so your blood pressure is more stable. Always remember that you want garlic to sit before you consume it, alright? If you don't leave it for 10 minutes after crushing it, it won't work. And now, we make this even more effective with a food combination. First of all, with olive oil. Olive oil will help absorbing the precious allicin in garlic better, so garlic will be even more effective for you. And the side effects, body odor in particular, will be less noticeable. And you also want to mix garlic with lemon juice. And the reason is cholesterol. Studies also found out that garlic must be consumed with lemon juice in order to improve your cholesterol levels. As we can see, garlic can greatly help with cholesterol, but only if you mix it with lemon juice. Now, since garlic has powerful antimicrobial properties, you can prepare it like this and store it in the fridge for up to 2 weeks. So you don't have to make it every day, but the taste is going to become stronger the more it sits, in my experience, so keep that in mind. And done! You now have access to one of the best tools nature has to offer to help your kidneys do their job. Trust me, if you combine the tips of today's video together, it will be just like having a third kidney. And since we are talking about the third kidney, it's time to reveal some industrial secrets now. Tip number 5, let's take a look at the secret sauna procedure. So the method to turn your skin into your third kidney is actually pretty straightforward in my opinion. It's a sauna-based procedure, as I was saying. And while they may have patented it, you cannot patent saunas. They also need to publish a lot of information about the research they did before patenting their method. What this means is that I actually have access to all the info they needed to publish. And according to their study, what you want to do in order to turn your skin into a third kidney is pretty safe, relatively low temperature Finnish sauna sessions. There are mainly 3 types of saunas out here, alright? There are dry sauna with low humidity, there is Finnish sauna with medium humidity, and then there is steam room with high humidity. What you want to use is Finnish sauna, medium humidity. You also want it to be not too hot, around 70 degrees Celsius, alright, or 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Don't use saunas that are much hotter than that. Don't worry, this is a pretty common type of sauna. As we can see here, 1 to 2 hour sauna sessions in this mid-humidity and conservative temperature 3 times a week were used to get the result of lowering burn levels. That's it. And well, the results are incredible, as we can see. Now, keep in mind that sauna is generally considered safe, but it may still come with a risk of dehydration, so drink lots of water. And you may still want to consult your doctor before starting a sauna regimen. And many gyms have saunas, so if you are currently have a gym subscription, well, it's time to put that to good use. And another way you could benefit from your third kidney is by taking hot baths. They have a similar effect to that of sauna baths, but most people can do hot baths even at home. Yes, this could be one of the easiest tricks you can find to protect your kidneys. And if you want to see more easy tips to improve your kidney health, my video up here is for you. And this is all for today. Thank you for watching. God bless you all.